AFD is big about pumping the iron and making sure that their firefighters are in tip-top shape, but they want to take it a step further.
Matt, police say a suspected drunk driver tried to escape police, but then led them on a chase. This week, we are looking at the crossroads of politics and religion. Employees at the Transportation Department can look at these monitors and watch certain streets, just like right here at Cesar Chavez and 1st Street. Robert, you can take a look behind me and see officers still have many streets in downtown Dallas blocked off as investigators continue to comb through the crime scene. She was waiting right here at the bus stop when she saw her grandma across the street, got excited, and ran into the middle of the road. Before anyone steps inside a kennel, they have to step in this disinfectant to make sure that they don't contaminate any of the other dogs. And remember, ice only has to be as thick as a CD to cause problems. And it's pretty obvious. The smoke is very thick and it's dense and you can just smell it. 5 minutes ago, police and the sand truck just left. You can take a look and see all the gravel that's been put down. Rain is still not enough, and it's pretty obvious in this dried up cove right behind me. You can see all these boat docks, which are now useless and have become victims of the drought. Around downtown Dallas, you'll find Scott Haggard.
Hot day.
Sharing his warm heart with an ice-cold drink for the men and women in blue.
Well, they're protecting us downtown, so we might as well return the favor.
It's support Dallas Police Chief David Brown says the department doesn't receive on most days, a gap the city says it's working to fill.
I would say that it's slowly getting better. It's not where we want it to be, of course, but we're not where we used to be in the city.
Dallas Deputy Mayor Pro Tem Eric Wilson says even though the city has been a national model for race relations, it still has to implement programs to bridge the gap in communication between officers and the community. It's a message community and church leaders like at Concord Church in Dallas want to get across.
I think part of being able to support one another is this ability to see each other. We have to see people and not categories. And I think in our modern conversation, it's very polarized. Us versus them.
You're a good guy. Real good guy.
Scott is mourning the loss of his friend and DART officer Brent Thompson, but using this moment to show officers that he has their backs.
Grab all whatever you want.
I want to thank you.
You bet.
Appreciate
I
it.
mean, we're just showing them that we support them and have their back.
I wasn't born with a lot of patience, so I guess that's why I sit there and fidget at lights and try to figure out why I'm sitting at the light.
Larry Chapman doesn't hesitate to call the city and let them know if there's a problem at a light.
And if there's cross traffic, then that's fine. Those people have to go. But if we're, if you have a group of cars and we're all sitting at a light for no reason, then the timing needs to be changed.
He's one of the 1,000 complaints the city receives a month about the traffic signals. Complaints the city wants and can now take care of without sending a crew. The city has a new traffic management system, so employees at the Transportation Department can look at these monitors and watch certain streets, just like right here at Cesar Chavez and 1st Street, and be able to remotely change the traffic signals if they need to.
We can maybe call up that signal on our system and look at the signal timing and maybe address their concern right then and there.
Almost all of the 1,000 traffic signals in the city can be changed in real time. A little more than 100 of them even have surveillance cameras.
We have a view of Zilker Park. We'll manage the traffic around Zilker Park to help facilitate people going to ACL.
Views which come in handy not only during big events, but also rush hour and severe weather.
I think that's a great idea. It's probably long overdue.
And the Transportation Department says the system depends on drivers just like Larry.
If they're unhappy with the signal timing, let us know. There may be something that we can do in a particular location.
Something Larry says won't be an issue for him. Reporting from Austin, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News. It's not the most appetizing sight. This time last year, crickets crept up around the Capitol, and you can expect them to come around again this year.
There's sealant missing, so crickets would harborage in there.
Exterminators say the critters like cracks and dark crevices.
They're overwhelming. They really smell. So they phone starts ringing.
I don't know what people's issues with crickets are. I personally find them charming.
Charm, a curator of entomology at UT, could appreciate. But for those who don't think crickets are cute, controlling lighting around your home or business is the key to keeping them away. And forget it at places like football stadiums where the big lights attract more than just UT fans.
Well, they might just have wanted to see the game, too. I'm not going to speak for the crickets.
Besides big outbreaks, experts say you usually won't find crickets during the day because they only come out during nighttime. But there is one place you'll always find them.
Crushed in powder form at the grocery store.
People have eaten insects because they taste delicious.
Yes, people eat crickets, crediting the critters for the protein, but don't substitute your grocery trip for the bugs on your doorstep.
We're actually raising insects for human consumption, which is very different than the bugs you're going to find out in your backyard.
Whether people are chowing down or complaining, right now everyone's chirping about crickets. Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
You learn something new every day on KXAN, don't you? Well, when